The NFC East division title for the first time in 3 years. Also still in the mix for the #1 seed in the conference. According to FPI, they now have the second best chance to earn that 1 seed, although significantly less of a chance than the Packers. To even get a chance at that top spot, they'll have to probably win out, have the Packers lose a game. A lot of permutations there. But Dallas, in spite of the offensive struggles, still in a very good spot. Adam, what are you hearing from Dallas about what's gone on with Dak recently?
Listen, he's been in something of a slump, self-admittedly, and I think it's had something to do with the fact that they have not been overly healthy on the offensive line. He's missed time. People have wondered if he's fully healthy from the calf injury, missing time himself and getting back into a rhythm because the offense has not operated at the same level that it did earlier in the season. Now, last week, it took a step forward in the right direction, but there's still a ways to go for this offense and this team to be where it was earlier in the season and for it to be where it wants to be in the postseason. Again, all the parts are in place. They're going to need to get Tyron Smith back at left tackle, need to get Dak fully healthy and recovered, but this team needs to be better as the season gets deeper.
Mike T., we heard Lewis express confidence that they can and will get it figured out. Where are you on that?
Oh, I think they can too. And again, all he has to do is play point guard. He doesn't have to go win games because, again, when healthy, their defense has a chance to be dominant, something he hasn't had. So I think it's about a mindset. Look, we know about the ability. We know about the talent. He just has to play the position and play point guard. And if he does that and he plays B or better and he plays clean games, they're going to be really hard to beat because they can be on both sides of the ball. And that's something he's never had the luxury of before.
Lewis, how important is it to Dallas to continue to try and maybe get that #1 seed?
Well, I think it's important simply because it gives you the bye and it gives you time to, one, feel better from a health perspective. And I think right now, you know, Dak could actually use that if we're going to focus on him in particular and how he just really needs to be a facilitator. I think one of the best things he could get right now is some time off heading into the playoffs and be able to sit back and kind of refresh himself and go, hey, look, let me just look at this from 40,000 feet and go, what do I need to do to be my best self besides the fact I need to play better? I just need to kind of like distribute this football, play to the strengths of my football team, go ahead and put on the Superman cape when necessary, but I don't need to do it on a regular down in and down out basis. I think that's what's most important for this team. I don't think it's about a home field advantage type of thing. I think it's about a mindset and an approach type of thing heading on into the playoffs. And then obviously having to play 2 games instead of 3, that's always advantageous no matter what football team you are. The less that you have to play in this rough and physical sport, the better in order to go ahead and get to the Super Bowl.
As we mentioned, they could get a little time to reset. If they win or the Eagles lose this weekend, they are division champs. Shefty, final word on the Cowboys before we move on.
Well, it's interesting that we're talking about the Chiefs and we're talking about the Cowboys and we're talking about 2 teams with 2 vaunted offenses, yet who have been winning with their defense. And the defense has made the difference on both of these teams, in Dallas and in Kansas City. Dallas has a pass rush that can rival just about anybody's in the NFL. Micah Parsons has been the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Some would argue that he may be the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, which would make him the first rookie to win that award since Lawrence Taylor in 1981. And that's the type of season he's been having. And as long as he plays like that, the defense gets after it as it has, then Dallas is also going to be a tough out in the postseason.
Cowboys looking to make the playoffs for the 3rd time since drafting Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott in 2016.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.